Hi, my name is Sirri and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. So today I'm just going to be filming a really chill get ready with me. We're not going to be doing anything too special because I didn't wash my brushes, so we're going to be playing in a pretty neutral color story because that's what all my brushes have. And who has time to clean brushes? So also today I'm going to be playing with the Fenty Beauty Diamond Balm in the shade Royal Icing. This is what it looks like. The packaging is so cute. And then this is what the highlighter looks like. I'll talk about it a little bit more once we actually get to, applying it. I have nothing else to say, so without further ado, let's just get right into the makeup. So for foundation today, I'm going to be taking my Guerlain Lingerie Depot Natural Perfection Foundation. This is just a really nice, simple, thin foundation. I haven't been wearing makeup that much in the past month, I would say. I just started wearing makeup again, but I just don't like wearing makeup under my mask. I used to do that. Recently, I've been trying to get back into makeup, get back into, doing a full beat. So I wanted to use this foundation today just because it's a really easy one to apply. And I think we're going to run into the problem where my bracelet and my watch are making too much noise. So, long time no see. I know I haven't filmed a video in a month. It started out with school just being very treacherous. I actually had to drop one class off my schedule just because my schedule was just too hectic and I mentally could not take the load that I was taking. So I'm just going to take one of the courses that I dropped during the summer in a 5-week course rather than taking it during a 14-week course. I've never dropped a class before, and so at first I was really hard on myself because I was I just kind of felt like a failure for not being able to take on all of that. But then I realized that I'm actually going to fail the course and my other grades are going to be all messed up if I don't just drop this one course. And now that I dropped that course, all of my other classes are going great. I actually finished a course. I had an asynchronous course, it's half the time of the semester. Houston, we have a problem. Do we have a problem? I'm trying to look in the viewfinder. We do have a slight problem. This is a little dark for me right now. I had a tan, and clearly my tan has worn off, but last time I did my makeup, I was too dark for my foundation, so I was going to use this one, but my tan has worn off, so I'm no longer too dark for my foundations now. So I am back to being slightly pale. We'll fix that with concealer. But for me personally, I would rather have my foundation be too dark than too light, because once your foundation's too light on especially people of color, you just look washed out. There's nothing you can really do. I feel lighter skin tones, the bronzer helps. When I have a foundation that's too light, nothing really helps. Nothing is going to not make my face that light. For concealer, I have we might use two concealers. I repurchased the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer because I love this, and even though I have two other concealers that I'm trying to use up, and I've been trying not to buy makeup that I already have, makeup products that I already own. Since I completely used this up so quickly, I decided that I need to repurchase it, and I'm allowed to repurchase it because apparently I love the formula so much. So I'm going to start with this one first. I do have to wipe the applicator off on the tube because there's always a huge amount of product on the tip. I'm gonna put that much on, and then you can do the chin. I've noticed something recently while doing my makeup, that the undertone of my overall face is determined by whatever under eye concealer I use, because for the rest of my face I can apply blush, bronzer, and everything, but for my under eyes I don't apply anything else, and it's also the center of my face. So my concealer is drying down quicker than I had imagined. So I'm going to hurry up and blend it out. And then I'm going to kind of like mix this with my foundation, kind of mesh it together in the middle. I'm going to blend this out with my brush a little bit. And now we are in a much brighter situation. Finally, I'm just going to make sure I blend everything down my neck. Next, I'm going to set my face. I'm going to use the Laura Mercier translucent powder. All right. Lovely. So next I'm going to apply bronzer. So I have my two bronzers right here, my Anastasia bronzer and my Kimchi bronzer. I'm going to start off with the Kimchi one and see what it looks like. The benefit of wearing a darker foundation is that I don't really need any bronzer. So I'm just going to sweep this on my forehead and around my cheeks. Let's see. Does this look good? Are we good? I think we're good. I don't think I need a second bronzer. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same bronzer. I'm just going to warm up the sides of my nose and kind of sculpt out my brow bone. Also, while I was away from YouTube, I was in Florida. Basically, my parents are divorced. I live with my dad primarily here in Pennsylvania, and my mom lives in southern Florida and like the Miami, Fort Lauderdale area. So I went down because my mom got a knee surgery. So I stayed with her for like a week and I already miss Florida. It's just such a beautiful state. Like the people are crazy, but the state itself is just so beautiful. Like this, it's so amazing. It's so beautiful and just tropical and warm and like just it's so amazing. Like even just doing online school in Florida versus in Pennsylvania is so much different because in PA it is freezing cold, it is snowstorms, it's cloudy, the sun doesn't come out, and in Florida it's like warm, you can sit out in your backyard by the pool and you can just, you know, do homework from there, and it's nice and sunny, and you have like the white noise of like the palm trees and like the birds chirping. It's so beautiful. Coming back from warm, sunny Florida to this has been an adjustment to say the least. So next I'm going to be taking the Maybelline Total Temptation Brow Definer in deep brown. If you're new here, I hate doing my brows. I don't know, one day I just stopped doing them. And today it's just not a good brow day, I can tell. I usually just run this product through my brows and keep it pushing just because I just don't like doing my brows that much. There's not much to do. Like they're kind of just the way that they are. There's not much to shape. Next, I think this would be a good time to mist. So I'm going to be using the NYX Bear With Me Multitasking Spray. And this just like marries everything together. Next, I'm going to move on to the eyes. So I'm going to be using a couple palettes. I'm going to be going back and forth with the Juvia's Place The Warrior palette and the Jaclyn Hill palette, and then the Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals Volume 1 palette. Basically, I'm just going to be making a bronzy, warm-toned, neutral eye look, and these all have colors that I like. So I like to go in between all of them because I own all of them, so why not use all of them together? Some people don't like using multiple palettes. I love using multiple palettes, especially because I bought them, so I want to use them all as much as possible. I'm going to be taking the shade MFEO first and then applying the shade Butter after. So while I was in Miami, I did get my color fixed, like corrected. My roots were looking a little iffy, and I just overall just needed her to correct the tones a little bit. Here's the issue. So I told her I wanted to keep my hair ash brown. My hair was basically a goldeny blonde, like a dark golden ash blonde. I don't know how to explain the color. It was between like dark blonde and ash brown. And so I told her that I wanted an ash brown, but I think ash brown just can vary in people's heads. And so the shades that I was picking out, she was like, your hair is kind of already that color and it's not going to change that much. Like it's going to look exactly the same, which I kind of disagree with. I feel like it would have changed my hair a little bit. I didn't want a dramatic change, but the colors I was pointing out, she was like, that's already your hair. It's not going to change that much. I think it would change just a little bit, and that's all I wanted was a tiny change. Anyway, I went with a medium ash brown, and I was was really scared that it was going to be super dark, and it actually came out pretty nicely. My hair got rained on yesterday. I was caught up in the rain while I was shopping, so I have my hair in a ponytail. But this is the overall color. You can kind of see it. Depending on the lighting, it looks lighter or darker. But the thing is, I want my hair to look good in any type of lighting. So I don't know if I like it or not, but she did do a really good job at deep conditioning, straightening, and correcting my hair. So I'm glad I went to her. The one thing that I'm actually kind of upset with is that she cut my hair a little too short. Like, she said she was gonna give me a trim. She cut my hair a little longer than a trim. And so when I first saw it, I was like, at first I liked it. It was fine. I was like, I can get used to this. But when my hair is not perfectly done, it looks so awkward and just like weird. And so I'm gonna have to get used to that and just hope that my hair grows back really, really fast. Yeah, I was fine with it, and then I wasn't fine with it, and now I'm kind of fine with it. I'm not fine with it, but I'm coping. Seeing new growth already. I'm hoping by like this summer it's a different length, because unless my hair has just been done, it doesn't look that cute. So I think I'm going to see if during the summer I can get my color removed, and if I can just put a lighter color on top. I think that's a thing that can be done. I'm pretty sure I can get my color removed and then put something else on without bleaching my hair. I like a contrast. I feel like it's not a big enough contrast for me. Next, I'm going to go into the Tati Beauty palette. I'm going to take the shade Soothe. Basically, I just kind of mix these all together. You don't need this many shades to create this look, but since I have all of them, I like to use them. And then overall for my crease, I don't really have a rhyme or reason to how I do it, but I take like this row, like this whole area, and I just kind of mix them all together. For my crease, I don't know if I even really need this palette. I don't think I do, or I won't need it for the top part of my lids. So that's about it for like where I've been. Not really doing too much. I'm still pretty busy. I wouldn't say that I'm now any less busy, but I feel like I'm at the point where I've just learned to like suck it up, and I'm just going to make time for whatever I want to make time for. You know, like if you want to do something, you just have to make time for it. You don't really get time, and there's no guarantee that life's gonna get any easier. The color I just put on my eyes is making my eyes go more red. I want it to be more neutral. I'm now taking the shade Mocha to get rid of the redness and kind of neutralize it out a bit. Finally, I'm just going to blend this out. It is quite red, but we can kind of fix that with whatever lid shade we choose. For the lids, I think I'm going to go into the Warrior palette by Juvia's Place. I'm going to take the shade Amina, which is like this rosy champagne color, and apply this onto the lids. So beautiful. Next, I'm kind of tempted to play with glitter just because I haven't in so long. I'm going to take a little bit of eyelash glue. Actually, before I do that, because I don't like having shimmer all the way to my lash line, I think it looks weird sometimes. So I'm going to smoke that out. I'm going to take the shade Chip from the Jaclyn palette, and I'm just going to smudge this out. So next, I'm going to take a little bit of eyelash glue. I'm just going to go over my lids now. Then I'm going to take a brush and kind of... Next, I'm going to take a glitter out of the Tati Beauty palette with my finger. I think I'm going to go in with Soothe and apply it. There's one eye. I haven't used glitter in so long. I forgot like the overall impact of putting glitter on your eyes. Next, I need to kind of like fill in like the in-between area. So I'm going to take a brush and dip into Ritual. I didn't want to do the sequin shade. I actually want to go into the metallic and kind of fill in this like open area. I actually might go over the whole glitter scenario just to tone it down with the sequin Ritual shade, because this glitter is very bright and it kind of like changes the whole aesthetic. But I don't own glitters. Like, these are the only glitters that I own. Next, I'm just going to buff out the edges. And I must say, the lash glue hack really does work. I was really scared when I first put this on because I was scared it was gonna like mess up my eyeshadow, which it didn't. Just make sure to like pat and don't try to rub it too much or else the eyeshadow will start to mix. I'm going to do my under eyes, so I'm going to first take the shade Kano and just swipe this underneath. I don't ever want to go in with a super dark shade first. Next, I'm going to go in with a deeper shade. I might just take the matte version of Ritual. I think I'm going to take a thinner brush like this just so I don't take too much of it. And I'm going to go against my lash line. This is giving me like Pirates of the Caribbean vibes. I don't know why, it just is. Next, I'm going to apply mascara, so I'm just going to be using the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. So next for lashes, I'm going to be applying the Lilly Lashes Light Miamis, or Miami Lights rather. So the lashes are on, and my lips are so chapped. So I'm going to be taking my Laneige Lip Glowy Balm, and this one's in Peach. I don't know why my lips are just like excessively dry. So next we have to apply blush, and I used to be the blush goddess. I used to always be able to match my blushes with whatever I was wearing, and then one day I just became very untalented in that department, and so I'm trying to get my blush game back up. So I'm going to take the Saharan Blush Palette Volume 2 from Juvia's Place, and let's see. I'm going to go in with the shade Yara. Oh, that looks really good. This is a good choice. Next, I'm going to take a fluffy powder brush and just kind of diffuse it, since I did kind of like sloppily apply it on my face. And finally, last but not least, actually this isn't the last step, but next I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Diamond Balm in Royal Icing. So before I do this, I do want to add like a base to it, just because the Fenty Diamond Balm is like a glitter, like it's more like specs. So for this, I like to use the Bare Minerals Illuminating Mineral Veil, and I just take a big fluffy brush and just apply this on the cheeks. And honestly, today, this didn't do that much for my face because I'm wearing a natural matte foundation and I have powder on my cheeks. Usually when I wear my like Born This Way foundation, you can see it a little bit more, but it's there nonetheless. I don't like to cake it on when I have really dry skin like now. So this is just like the original Fenty Diamond Balm. I have a video on that on my channel if you want to check that out and hear more in depth about the texture and all that good stuff. It's not even a gold. It's not a rose gold. It's this really interesting champagne color. It is so beautiful. For this highlighter, just like the other one, I like to take a smaller brush and just kind of get this into the product. My face is like inherently dry to the point where nothing's sticking. It wasn't just the illuminating veil. I just think my skin was dry, and then I put a matte foundation on, and then I put powder on, and so like nothing's sticking right now. So I'm going to take my brush and just apply. Next, I'm going to take my Black Radiance banana powder and a beauty blender, and I'm just going to reset my corners of my nose. So for lip liner, I'm going to be using the NYX Suede Matte in the shade Brooklyn Thorn. And just line like the outsides. It's kind of like a cooler toned, like purpley taupe. I really like this shade. Next, I'm going to apply just a little bit of the Revlon Glass Shine lipstick in the shade Toasting Glasses. Just a little bit. Oh wow, this is a very cool toned lip. I don't know. This is hinting at purple now. I'm gonna take the Dominique Cosmetics lip gloss in the shade Peach Tea and try to like neutralize it with like pink. Okay, I feel like that looks a lot better. Now I'm serving you more mauve than purple. And then finally, I'm gonna take the Ofra lip gloss in the shade Pink Panther and just put this in the center to brighten everything up. I'm just gonna spritz my face again because my face still looks super dry. I just think my skin overall is dry because I just finished doing a chemical peel. Like I just finished peeling a couple days ago, and so I still think my skin's recovering, and therefore my skin is just extra dry. And if we want to, we can go back into the Warrior palette by Juvia's Place and take the shade, I would take the shade Amina. And then also, I just remembered I didn't put in an inner corner highlight. I'm gonna take the shade Ritual and see if this looks any good. That looks fine. It's very subtle. I'm gonna go in with this, the Warrior palette, and I'm gonna take maybe a teensy weensy bit of Maremi, which is the champagne shade. That opens up the eyes just enough without giving me a super intense, bright inner corner. So this is all for today's look. I really like it. I wasn't sure how I felt about the darker gloss color, but I think it looks really nice. I'm trying to experiment more with the lip colors that I have. I tend to push myself into a little bit of a corner when it comes to my lip glosses. So I'm really glad that I tried this color out. I'm really excited to see what this combination looks like on other looks. Also, really love the eyes, and I like that I tried glitter. I wasn't planning on using glitter at all today. It was just kind of a spur of the moment thing, and I think it paid off because I think my eyes look gorgeous, but they also look very subtle. And as for the highlighter, this wasn't my first time using this. This was just my first time using this on camera. You probably could tell because I was really comfortable with the product and I wasn't really reviewing it. I was just kind of showing how I like to use it. I think it looks so beautiful. My skin was super matte and dry, which is kind of why the mineral veil wasn't really applying to my skin. But as you can see, it just adds like this level of like dew and glow. It just looks so amazing, and I feel like this one is definitely a lot more subtle than the How Many Carats. Like How Many Carats is very beautiful, don't get me wrong, but since this isn't like a pure platinum color, it does blend into the skin a lot nicer, at least for my personal skin tone, and it does complement your skin a lot nicer. This is perfect for in the summer when I don't really want something super pearlescent with a bronzy look like today. Like I want to keep the bronzy tones going, so this keeps the bronzy tones, but you also still have the beautiful formula of the Diamond Bombs. I know they have a pink one. I don't really wear pink highlighters, so I'm not really interested in that. I think there might be another one called Cognac Candy. I'm pretty sure. I don't have my phone in here with me, which is more of a bronzy one. I might be interested in picking that up. Not something I'm super interested in right now, but if I was to pick up another one, it would probably be that one. I hope she comes out with more colors. I love these. They're so beautiful. Maybe she should do like duo tones. I don't know. I feel like you could do so much with these because they are baseless highlighters. They're so easy to blend. So that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I enjoyed filming it. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, my loves.